the Sanctuary of Light and the Light Institute welcome each and all of you to this time of knowings, this gathering that we have together to explore the conversations of the themes that are so important to our hearts. So this is an informal conversation. Please bring forward the things that are important to you so that we can touch them and recognize the deepest octaves of our knowings.
Could you talk a little bit about, there are so many overweight people and many of them are struggling so hard to get rid of really overweight people, people who really are, do you say obese?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could you say a few things how they can help their bodies to shed that weight?
Our bodies never lie. The body always is an expression of lessons that we are attempting to learn, conversations that are inside us. Imagine all of the disharmony, all of the worrying, all the negativity that you have been a part of all of your life, and imagine that it gets stored, because it does, in the fat tissues of the body, in the fat cells, and you can begin to perceive why. And it's not only here in the United States, but I'm noticing it as I travel around the world. Places where you never saw heavy people. You see heavy people today. Therefore, we'd have to say that some of that must be coming from our environment and the things that we're eating. The consequence of eating canned food, frozen food, microwaved food, and fast food are that they create imbalances so that the juicy, live parts of the body can't produce the enzymes to digest, can't produce the hormones that are necessary to keep the entire system in balance. And but the first thing I would say is when people are really trying to lose weight, therein lies the problem. Because the more that you say, I hate myself because I'm fat, or why does my body do this to me, the more you hold on. And this is true, being the mother of 6, I've seen this with children, it's true on almost all levels. And whatever you resist, that's what you get, is what my higher self says. And so, if you're fighting against something, then you're usually amplifying it. Then you would never see the fluidity. For example, people that are overweight are often fabulous at yoga and wonderful at dancing because they have a lot of juice in their ligaments and they can open widely. And so if they just did the yoga or the dancing so that they could bring the endocrine system into balance rather than trying not to eat, they would be able to strip away those excess energies in their body. So you can't punish the body and make it do what you want. You have to encourage the body as if we're a person to do what you want. And in that, you become partners with your body so that you're actually listening. What do you want to eat right now? If your body says ice cream, heaven forbid, then eat the ice cream. But you want to develop a relationship whereby you actually hear your body. Sometimes the body will say, I need these vitamins, or I need these supportive energies, and then it'll say, no, I don't want that right now. Because we tend to stuff things down inside us without listening to the body. Some days and some people cannot eat protein in the morning. It makes them sick. Or at night. And if you've never asked your body that, you won't know, except that you'll feel tired and grumpy after you eat. So we want to develop that relationship to the body. Here at the Light Institute, we have wonderful exercises in consciousness to support the body, to learn how to have that kind of conversation with the body, and also to go into incarnational experiences. What's the purpose? Are you hiding behind your body? Are you protecting yourself because you're afraid sexually? Have you misused the beauty of your body or the strength of your body in some point of reference, some incarnation of the soul, and therefore Again, you're punishing the body and saying, I won't let you have that this time. It's always so amusing to think that if we cover it up, if we make it hard, that it won't come forward. Everything that we experience, whether it's psychogenetically inherited from our grandparents, from our parents, from our genetic pool, or whether it's coming from incarnational experiences, imprints itself and holds a point of reference. And so we have to clear those points of reference out so that the body just doesn't fall back into, well, this is how I'm going to be able to survive in this lifetime. But there are so many simple things that can be done to support people. And again, when you're doing things to strip away the fat, to lose the weight, you always want to do it with that uplifting energy. This is for you, body. For example, one of the great ways to create balance in the body is to not allow it to be too acidic. Because again, when it's acidic, it grows cancer, it grows fat, it grows all kinds of negativity which is stored in the fat cells. So we know that eating white things at night because of the starch and the carbohydrates, for example, spaghetti or potatoes or things like that at night, tends to layer it on because we don't go out and exercise, we don't move around very much after dinner. And so if with your spaghetti or your potatoes at night you had a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar with a little honey and some water as your refreshing drink with dinner, it will keep the body from storing those carbohydrates and it will flush them out. Same is true for fats that you take. Give me this opportunity here to comment on the fact that very often the medical profession and others will say, if you want to lose weight, have a low-fat diet. We just had someone die on the ski slopes here. And one of the things that I've seen again and again and again is that people go off skiing, running marathons, and they get to the end when they've exerted themselves for a while, and then they suddenly drop dead. The reason for that is that we have to have fat. Of course, we have to have good fat, but we have to have fat because fatty acids are the only energies upon which the heart muscle functions. It does not function like the muscles of our body on sugars. It functions on fatty acids. And so we have to have fatty acids. Again, if instead of how many calories and how much did you eat, we were listening to the body and just added a few things. For example, if you take blue-green algae, which stimulates the serotonin. Serotonin are nerve transmitters, brain transmitters that say everything is fine. Then you would be more relaxed. Your brain would be in balance, which helps the rest of your body. You would not overeat. We overeat because we're stressed. If we eat a little bit and then we drink some water, if you drink water before you eat, you'll eat less. But instead of how much are you eating, instead just give the body what it needs and it'll stop hungering. Many times people eat too much, not because they're emotional wrecks, but because they're missing some element in their diet. And they're trying to get it. And that's why it's so important to say, what do you want? Do you want protein right now? Do you want fat right now? Do you want fruits and vegetables? Do you want alkaline foods, etc.? What do you want, body? The more that we actually do that, the quicker the body will come into harmony, and we don't have to feel as if it could never happen for us. Another key, which is so hard when people are overweight, is exercise. We have to move the body. And it's wonderful that in winter times we have things like little trampolines that we can bounce up and down on. About 6 minutes on a trampoline is equal to a 20-minute walk. And so allowing those kind of things where you don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to do anything, you just bounce up and down.